Good afternoon, board. Thank you for having us here this afternoon. We are here to present our progress from the end of the year. My name is Mr. Willis. I have the honor and the privilege of being the campus principal. Zach, I'm sorry. Did you want to introduce yourself as well, or
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Zach Craddock with Third Future Schools. I'm the superintendent. Thank you,
did you
Mr.
want me
Wilson.
to, did you want me to start over?
No, that's good. We can keep going.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we are here to give you our update of our end of year progress. We are looking at our mission here. Our mission here at Third Future is aligned to Austin ISDs. It's the exact same. So that is just a preview of our mission. Here we have our report card. This here we just have listed the things that we will cover and go into a bit more detail in just a few minutes.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. I'll take over the next couple of slides. So yeah, we're happy to present our 7 key actions that are part of our 1882 contract with Austin ISD as we operate Mendez Middle School. So the first one we'll discuss is our 4 financial goals. And as you can see, to date, Third Future has met. We've completed these requirements as mandated by the contract. Next slide, please. Slide 5, you'll see more of our scorecard goals. So our campus rating is pending. We don't have that out. As soon as TA releases that officially, well, obviously the district will know it as soon as we do. And our special population, so 2.1 and 2.2, those are pending as well. But you can see our 23-24 goal and what they are, and we'll know those as more as we get finalized STAR data. Growth, or area 3, is map growth, which we're going to go into a little more detail further in this presentation. But I'm very happy and very excited to present to the board and to Superintendent Segura that the students demonstrated more than 1.6 years of growth. Actually, our 7th and 8th grade students at Mendez Middle School averaged 2.1 years of growth, which was the highest map growth in the network. We'll show you some more data in the appendices as it relates to subpopulations, but very impressed with the teachers, the administration, and the quality of instruction they provided to get such growth. Lastly, you'll see indicator 4, our art of thinking. Students will demonstrate achievement in the art of thinking assessment. Again, this is our own internal curriculum. So art of thinking teaches problem solving, critical thinking, and informational literacy. Our internal network goal for grades 3 through 8 is 70% proficiency on that assessment. We did not meet that. We were at 25%, which is just a little bit below the network average. We're looking at that this summer. I believe that we may have an alignment issue between our assessment and our curriculum map, because we did not do well on that across the network. So we have an internal team reviewing that test and those scores.
Here is just our scorecard continued. So we have here in our indicator 5, it speaks on enrollment and attendance. We know that has been an issue. I will speak about this in more detail in some of the slides hereafter. Student discipline, that did go up from last year, but I would also like you all to be mindful that our enrollment actually went up throughout the course of this year as well. And then if you look at indicator number 7, it speaks on our campus survey, and it shows that we did not meet the goal there for indicator number 7.
All right, now we'll talk a little bit about some more data. I'm not going to go into depth in everything in here, but I do want to highlight several slides that are new this year. So you'll see in every subpopulation that we've highlighted here, you're going to see two slides. One slide is going to be 22-23 versus 23-24 growth and percentile. So Mr. Wills, if you'll go down just a little bit. Keep going down, please. I want to get to the NWA data that are broken. Keep going. Here we go. So 2 more, I believe. So as you'll see, as we break down, one more, right here. So we've broken down all of our data over a 2-year trend. And so you'll see to the left is the 22-23 map growth. So again, we're talking growth by ethnicity. And then if you look at the 23-24, you'll see how those scores increased. So we're very excited about this. This is how you get from 1.6 last years of growth to 2.1 of this year. And we've provided this information to the board so you can see the impact of the second year in the TFS model. and what it's doing for student proficiency and growth. If you'll go down to the same color that has the proficiency, please, Mr. Willis. Should be 2 slides down. There we go. So here you're going to see proficiency. The first one I showed you was growth, but as you can see here, this is even student proficiency. So this is students on grade level. And look at the tremendous growth we see versus our Hispanic and non-Hispanic students, as well as the whole school. So we're excited about that. So we've broken this down for emergent bilinguals. We've broken this down for special education population. We've broken this down for your eco-dis, as well as our gender, and you'll see this data presented throughout the appendices provided to you in this presentation. You can skip through the rest of this, Mr. Willis. We'll keep going down all the way to campus surveys, parent surveys, I believe. Again, this format is what the board has requested. We did add these new slides in so you can compare year to year. We've talked about our art of thinking. Mr. Willis has talked more about our enrollment and attendance. These slides just go into a little more detail, but more important is going to be the story that Mr. Willis tells at the end about what he's doing, what his administrative team is doing, and what his staff is doing to increase attendance, obviously in enrollment, and decrease discipline. What I want to talk a little bit about is, I keep going down to the parent survey, please. This slide right here. So we did a parent survey at the end of May. We really wanted to talk with our families about 8 questions. And so as you see here, here's 4 of them. And so you can see the results. 88% of our parents agree or strongly agree that staff at their schools, they go out of their way to answer questions and find solutions, that they provide excellent customer service, and that the school treats them like a valued member of the school community. 75% agree that their child's receiving a great education. So we value these, we value our stakeholders. This is good information. We had a 40% open rate on this survey. If you go to the next slide, please. We do have a little work to do on question 6, that bullying is not a problem at their child's school. Only 63% agree or strongly agreed with that statement. But we are happy that 76% agree that their child relates that they feel safe at school. And 75% are happy with the extracurricular activities and non-instructional choices that their student is exposed to. This is a new question for us. We really wanted to make sure that we assessed and we evaluated how our dyad program is working. So our dyad program is very important to us, and we really wanted to get some information about how our families are doing this. Next slide, please. Now I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Willis so that he can talk about the most important thing and what they're doing on a daily basis to impact instruction, impact the lives of students, and what they're doing, what they have done, what they've learned, and what they're going to do to get better. So Mr. Willis, you take it away.
Yes, sir. Okay, so here is our 6 key actions. This is very similar to last year's. Here we just have them. We just have all 6 key actions listed.
Let me speak real quick. Go back to that slide, please, Mr. Willis.
Yes,
so
sir.
This is critical because all schools, this is all schools in TFS have this, and they have certain indicators of success that Mr. Willis will talk about, and he'll discuss how they did. But this is the daily work that we do, the daily work that we monitor and assess. So these are our leading indicators to track, are we going to get the results we need at the end of the year? So thank you.
Absolutely. So this is just key action 1. It talks about delivering high quality instruction. Our goal was to be 65% proficient in December and 75% in May. Our key action 2 was just implementing the LSAE model with fidelity. And key action 3 is making sure that we are implementing the Third Future Schools staffing model. We wanted to get, or the goal, I'm sorry, was at least to at least have 80% of teachers agree or strongly agree that the staffing plan helps improve or helps them provide better quality instruction. And here on the next few slides, you will see our progress and the progress that we made for these 3 key actions. So key action number 1, we met our goal. We met our goal for December, and we met our goal for May. So we were at 83% proficient as far as delivering high quality instruction. For key action 2, we also met that goal of being proficient implementing the LSAE model. Key action number three, we fell short. We were only 65%, um, or 65% of our teachers agreed or strongly agreed to that key action goal number three. Here are some highlights from this previous year. So a lot of good things are happening here at Mendez. A lot of good things are happening. We increased our students who attended our trips at the end of the year. Last year, I believe we had a total of 12 that went to Japan and DC. This year, we increased that to 25. Students actually got the opportunity to travel to Canada for our eighth graders, and our seventh graders got the chance, or our new seventh graders got the chance to go to DC. Our MAP scores or our MAP growth increased. Last year was 1.6. We increased to 2.1 years of growth on our MAP testing. We were also able to continue with athletics this year. So football, volleyball, basketball, track and field, and tennis were all successes. Students enjoyed it. We had even more participation this year. So that is all of those programs, all of our athletic programs are growing. Last year, we were able to promote 2 teachers to school leadership. This year, we promoted 1. Um, Student recruitment efforts have already begun. We are always trying to look for ways to increase enrollment. That has not stopped or changed from last year. And then here, if you look at the last bullet, this is our summer school. So this year, we currently have approximately 86 students enrolled for our 5th quarter, which is also known as summer school. Here's what we've learned. We will continue to hire well. High quality instruction, as we've mentioned earlier, is priority. So we always are very intentional on who we bring in the building and who we put in front of kids. Our DIA program is something that we're always trying to fine tune. This year, we were able to provide different opportunities through the DIA program, and we are continuing to get student feedback to find even more programs that they are interested in and that they actually want to participate in. Much like last year, attendance is still an issue. We are still doing things to improve attendance, getting out in the community, visiting the elementary schools, as well as the local community marts and convenience stores. We are providing PD for teachers as we see fit, and we are continuing to train leadership and get them prepared for leadership roles.
Yeah, two pieces I'd like to add there, please, Mr. Willis, is number one, when we look at the attendance, when we look at our ADA, our 7th graders, this year's 7th graders, 23, 24, their average daily attendance was much higher than 8th graders. Now, those 8th graders will matriculate onto high school. And so what's going to be critical is keeping those 7th graders as they transition to 8th grade engaged. And I believe that ADA will go up because they just have better attendance, but then making sure that our incoming 7th graders, we get them actively engaged as well. We don't want to see the incoming 7th not coming to school as often as this past year's 8th graders did. But Mr. Willis has put in plans and steps and a positive behavior support system to get those kids there. Lastly is the continue to train leadership. We know that that's critical. So Mr. Willis will be taking his administrative team and 2 teacher leaders July 13th through July 19th to Beaumont. All school-based administrators and 2 teacher leaders per school in TFS will head down to Beaumont, where we have 3 sites. We'll be doing an intensive leadership training from the afternoon of that Sunday till the afternoon of Friday. So it's a full week of intense embedded professional development and leadership coaching.
Thank you, sir. As we look ahead, we have a lot of good things to look forward to. So the entire admin team, including myself, is returning. Miss Miranda is our AP. Of course, I'm the principal. I'll be back. A lot of our staff is coming back, so we have over 75% of our staff returning. We are already at about or approximately 96% already fully staffed here on June 6th. And then we are continuing to do things to increase enrollment. So we have visited each elementary school that feeds into Mendez. We have visited those schools. We have done presentations and also dropped off information. As I mentioned earlier, we are in the community, not just in the homes and the neighborhoods, but we're also visiting the local community marts. We're also visiting the convenience stores. We're doing everything that we can to get Mendez's name out there and to get our students back. And then, of course, we're still on social media. We're still on TikTok and Facebook and doing the best that we can to to promote our student recruitment videos. So those are just some things that we are continuing to do and that we will continue to do as we head into the summer, heading into next year. All right. I will open the floor to you all. If you have any questions, myself and Mr. Craddock are here to answer any questions you may have.
So thank you, board. Thank you for the opportunity to present. We're sending this in anticipation of the June 20th board meeting. So we will be in person to answer any questions that the Board of Trustees or Superintendent Segura has. But again, we appreciate the partnership with Austin Independent School District. We know that the students at Mendez and the Dove Springs community need a quality school, and we're happy to be there to support. And we're looking forward to an even better 24-25 school year.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time. Good evening.